Look, the whole thing is a hoax. It's put out by the Democrats because we've had the most successful 6 months in the history of our country. And that's just a way of trying to divert attention to something that's total bullshit. Okay.
He's the kind of guy that would say, hey, baby, let's get away. Let's go someplace, huh? Where I don't care.
Hey, what's up, you guys? This is WD3. This is your Hill Report News Break. I hope you all are having a great Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. Definitely a lot going on this weekend. If you guys go back on the channel, you can see what we were up to this weekend. Lots of activities. We showed you guys, we had a travel clip where we showed Balboa Beach, awesome time. And we also visited a protest over in Orange County for the pro-democracy Iranians here in the United States protesting. So many different opinions, so many different point of views, and we love bringing them to you. But right now, what we're talking about is something that is very disturbing, and it's a pattern that you have to see ever since January when President Trump came into office. Everything has been pointing towards he knew what he had underneath the surface, but we didn't exactly know what was there. He's been setting up, and I want to know what you all think of it. He's been setting up martial law ever since the beginning. He knows that when this Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell scandal really hits the public in full swing, that's impeachment territory. America doesn't play, the non-elite America doesn't play with PD and messing with children. We don't play that. So Donald Trump knows he's in all kind of hot water. So he's threatening war with Russia, with war with Iran. If he wasn't such a wuss, he'd go through with it. But he just wants to bomb and run and say how tough he was and what he's done. You know, during the election, you know, we gave everybody a fair shot, and we didn't think it was right opening up the borders without any type of orderly immigration. But ever since Donald Trump has taken office, he's taken advantage of the points that his base agreed with, and he's totally gone 180, 360, 180, and he's done everything to piss off his base. He's done everything to put the bird to the American people, and his lies right now are going to get dangerous. Right now, Donald Trump is trying to cover up Jeffrey Epstein by declaring martial law. He sent the National Guard to California. Some can say that was for a reason, but this Washington, D.C. deployment is a direct attack against the citizens. He's bringing the National Guard for the citizens of Washington, D.C., which is a majority black. Trump, you're turning out to be bad news. You guys stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You absolutely need to see this. Joe Rogan is back to talking about Donald Trump and his connections to Jeffrey Epstein, and Rogan just made Donald Trump's bad week even worse. In this episode, he's talking about how the Trump administration and Donald Trump himself have treated the MAGA base and, quite frankly, the American people as children, thinking that, oh, we'll just ignore everything he's done with Epstein, the cover-up that is clearly taking place of these files. And when Joe Rogan, someone who endorsed Donald Trump before the election, had him on his podcast for a 3-hour episode, is saying that, yeah, this is some shady crap and what Donald Trump is doing is not right, that's pretty significant. So I want to show you 2 different clips from this Rogan podcast where he and his guest, Mike Baker, are talking about the Epstein files. Before I do that, make sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on the video, comment some American flags, some hearts. It all goes a very, very long way. I greatly appreciate it. And let's dive into this first clip and see what Rogan now has to say about the man that he once supported.
Relationship with Satan.
Oh, God. Your direction this morning, we've mobilized the D.C. National Guard. It'll be operationalized by the Secretary of the Army, Dan Driscoll, through the D.C. Guard. You will see them flowing into the streets of Washington in the coming week. At your direction as well, sir, there are other units we are prepared to bring in. Other National Guard units, other specialized units. They will be strong, they will be tough, and they will stand with their law enforcement partners. This is nothing new for DOD. As the President noted, at the border, We've got 10,000 troops down there who've been operating in defense cooperation areas, defense zones, where there's zero illegal crossings because of troops on strikers scanning the border. We've been protecting other people's borders for 20 years. It's about time we protect our own. And we're working with ICE and CBP. In Los Angeles, we did the same thing, working with the California National Guard, working with ICE officers. ICE officers deserve to do their job and not be attacked. We will work alongside all D.C. police and federal law enforcement to ensure this city is safe, this city is beautiful. And as I always say about President Trump to the troops, he has their back. And my message to the National Guard and federal law enforcement in Washington is, we have your back as well. Be tough, be strong, we're right behind you.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. I'll tell you, I don't know how much longer folks are going to be able to voice their opinion about what's going on. If he's declaring martial law in Washington, D.C. without any type of threat of any foreign invasion or any immigration or anything like that, I don't believe that Washington, D.C. has been overrun by illegal immigrants. So the fact that he's bringing the National Guard to our nation's capital, one of the four major cities in the United States, New Orleans, Memphis, Tennessee, Detroit, Michigan, and Washington, D.C., that are a majority black population. Trump has already had all kinds of accusations. And you know what? A lot of black people stood up for him about him being accused of being racist. But it seems like every time Donald Trump gets accused of that, a black person like a Mike Tyson or somebody comes and defends him. Well, maybe that's your friend. Maybe he was kind to you. But what you got to see, Mike Tyson and others, is look at the pattern of every time Donald Trump gets embroiled in one of these scandals, he's going to try to turn his MAGA base against the black population. He's always trying to do some little thing to rub those populations against each other and peel off those historical wounds. Donald Trump is bad news at this point. If you liked him before, he's totally different from his first term. He's totally different from the campaign. A lot of people are saying they even wish that bullet would have just went a centimeter over and just took him out, because he is trying to take the whole country out. He's trying to take us to World War III. This man is totally unhinged about the execution of his policies, which is totally different from what he campaigned on. So what I'm asking you guys right here, right now, is Donald Trump using martial law to cover for the Jeffrey Epstein scandal? This is WD3. Like, share, and subscribe. You guys have a great Monday.